We're talking with Pastor Dave Honey, a prison chaplain, rescue mission director of ministries, been a pastor for I don't know how many years, has tremendous experience in dealing with people with their problems, their challenges, and their opportunities. But today, I'm going to talk with Pastor Dave about a new ministry he's entering called Christian Life Coaching. And Pastor, I'm just going to ask you to tell me and tell everybody who's watching, what is Christian Life Coaching?
Well, something I'm very excited about and have been for some time. Life coaching is another way to come alongside of somebody and really help them define their life goals, both short-term and long-term, and to be able to strategize with them and come alongside of them to help them achieve those goals, to encourage them and cheerlead them along the way.
Well, isn't that what best friends are for? Why can't a best friend do that?
Well, that's a good question. And best friends are always important. We need friends in our lives. But I think that a best friend isn't going to have the objectivity that someone from the outside, maybe with some training and credentialing, may have. I think a best friend is not going to be able to focus the time and energy into a person's life because they've got their own lives to worry about.
Well, that's true enough. That's true enough. What exactly, though, does a Christian life coach do? And let me even rephrase that. Let's say that you become my Christian life coach and we're having a session. What's going to happen?
Well, I think first we're just going to get together and talk about what's what. We're going to figure something out, and through that process we're going to design a game plan for achieving your life goals. We're going to identify what your goals are, what the things that you desire to do in your life, and then we're going to figure out how to get you there.
Typically, when somebody comes to you for life coaching, do they know what their life goals are, or do you sometimes have to help them figure that out as well?
Both. Sometimes they have a clear vision of where they want to go, but they have no idea, or they don't have the self motivation or the self worth to be able to think that they can get there.
Maybe the self-discipline.
The self-discipline. I think in many cases it's insecurities that keep people from stepping out and really walking towards their goal.
Now, at least in my experience, this is a fairly new discipline, Christian life coaching. I know you've got training and credentialing. Could you tell me what it is that you've got by way of training and how you are credentialed?
Well, I think first of all, I've had many years of people help experience in ministry. I've worked with people in various counseling venues, and I've been a pastor for a number of years, and I've had training through the American Association of Christian Counselors in life coaching. I'm a board-certified biblical counselor through the Light University there, and I've had, as I mentioned, extensive training in the various areas of life coaching. Also, I hold a degree in theology as well.
You know, what you're doing, it strikes me as is very similar to what you've done on the prison yard and in rescue missions and as a pastor for a number of years. Sounds like you're essentially branching out into maybe a new segment of the community and applying some stuff that's worked very, very well for you and for a number of people who've been set free.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. I think that there are so many ways that people come alongside of others. You know, we have doctors for our bodies and doctors for our minds, and we have counselors and therapists and psychologists that we can enlist. And life coaching, or any kind of coaching for that matter, is just another very viable method to come alongside of somebody. And it's something that I have been doing for a number of years, not under the label of coaching, but it's exactly what it's been.
That was frankly what I was thinking. Now, this is a one-on-one type of a ministry. You don't do this, you wouldn't necessarily get together with a group of 4 or 5 or 6 or 10 guys and say, I'm going to do your life coaching. This is strictly a one-on-one, really a consulting thing.
It's going to be one-on-one, and there are different methods of doing it. For instance, we can coach by the phone or the internet or Skype, or even in person, one-on-one in person.
Sounds good to me. I'm assuming there's a cost for this. I mean, you've trained, and this is how you make your living. What's it going to cost?
There is a cost to it, and what it's going to cost is going to depend on how we put together and what kind of a plan we put together. Whether it's going to be long-term or short-term coaching, whether it's going to be on the phone or in person. There's a schedule of costs and fees on my website, which is www.christianpsychobabble.com, and you would go to the tab Christian Life Coaching, and then you'll find more information on Christian Life Coaching as well as schedule of fees.
So it's www.christianpsychobabble.com.
Yes,
that's a pretty off-the-wall name.
Yeah, PSYCHOBABEL.com, and that comes from desire to clear up the confusion.
The confusion of the Tower of Babel.
Yeah.
But again, you would want someone to call you or email you, get in touch with you, and their first visit isn't going to cost anything. You're just going to kind of decide whether the two of you can even work together.
Yeah.
And then you'll talk about a package.
Yeah. Right now, they can contact me through my website, or my email is pastordavehoney@yahoo.com. My phone number is area code 530-949 8871.
And I think that's going to be on the screen as well.
Okay, great.
Pastor Dave Honey, it's a privilege to have you as a friend. It's a privilege to talk with you about your new ministry, Christian Life Coaching. And I think this is going to be a division of your ChristianPsychobabble.com, is it not?
It is. It is a branch of that, yes.
I look forward to talking to you about that as well. God bless you, man.
God bless you, and thank you, Jim.